Now a nod toward baseball's past, the glorious past of the Milwaukee and Atlanta Braves. It's Henry Aaron who does the honors to a rousing ovation here. The big question with Martinez pitching tonight on 4 days rest instead of the full week, which helped him to be so effective in Game 6 at Seattle. And now here is tonight's Budweiser Cleveland Indians starting lineup. Kenny Lofton, who scored both of their runs last night with some base running exploits and some ninth inning maneuvers that raised eyebrows. Omar Vizquel is the shortstop. Carlos Baerga playing with the cast, the inflatable cast on his left ankle, which he sprained in his final at bat in the ninth last night against Maddox. Albert Bell, the 50 home run cleanup man. Eddie Murray is at first base, not DH, has to play the field in the National League Park. Ramirez in right, Tomey at third. Pena will catch. He's caught most of Martinez's games this year, and Martinez grabs a bat for the first time in a few years. Of course, he did hit some when he was in the National League with the Expos. Glavine was 16-7 this year. His ERA 3.08. The plate ump is Jim McKean from the American League. Bruce Fremming of the National League at first. Hirschbeck of the Chipper Jones in close at third base. And a chopper. They'll have to hurry with Lofton running. Belliard grabs it and unloads in time for the out. Joe, he puts such pressure on the defense. 39 in the postseason. Look at that. 103. Hit 266.
It's been that way since they built this place. I mean, it's always been hard. The dirt portion.
Chipper Jones, a new position, third base. 25 errors during the regular season. Easy chance there. Had he been unable to go, they would have moved Ramirez up to the number 3 slot.
Bob, he didn't think the ankle was going to be a problem hitting from the right side, but as Joe and I were talking a little bit earlier, in the field may be a problem for him.
It's an oddity which we'll ask Joe to explain in just a moment. Or maybe in the next inning, because this should end the first. Belliard got an easy hop. And the Indians are gone in order. Braves coming up when we come back. Braves starting lineup. The changes behind the plate with Lopez in and O'Brien out. Grissom, Lemke, Jones. The first three, the top of this order, had the lowest on-base percentage of any team in the National League. Really not setting the table all year long for McGriff and Justice. Klesko behind them hit 23 home runs. Lopez, who's played very well in postseason. Belliard, the weak hitting shortstop, they almost have to pinch hit for him late in the game unless a squeeze situation comes up like it did in the 7th last night. And Glavine, who is not a bad hitting pitcher, he hit 222 for the year. 6 in Seattle to wrap up the American League pennant. He could become the oldest ever to win a World Series game. At this point, that distinction is held by Early Wynn, played, including one of their 3 base hits last night. And a fastball in on him. Shallow right field and a tough chance for Ramirez toward the line. He makes the catch, and it would have been a fair ball. Lemke, who hit 253 for the year. Remember, he had a huge World Series against the Twins.
I didn't think he was going to be able to work the rest of the year, but here he is tonight in Game 2.
And he walks Lemke on 4 pitches.
The one thing you'll see from Martinez, he will never give in to the hitter. Even though he walked Lemke, he starts Chipper Jones off with a breaking ball.
Jones with a drive to deep right. Ramirez turns. Ramirez to the fence and has to play it on a bounce. Lemke speeds for third. Jimmy Williams holds him up there on a double by Chipper Jones. That went out there like a laser beam, Joe.
And in fact, they had a shot at Chipper Jones at second base, but Baerga cut the ball. He wasn't aware that they still had a chance to get Chipper Jones at second base. Bob, the Atlanta Braves hitters had 1 week off. And they felt like they were a little stale in last night's ball game, taking nothing away from Hershiser. But they feel like they are better prepared today because they have seen some breaking balls.
Tapped in front of the plate. Martinez looks at Lemke and now goes to first after Lemke headed back. And in fact, had they thrown behind him, they would have had him in a rundown. But Jones would have moved up, and if he stayed in the rundown long enough, McGriff would have taken second. So
now that's what you're going to see from Martinez. He's got the cutter and the sinker, and that looked like a.
And the payoff pitch. Breaking ball low, and Klesko will bat with the bases loaded.
Yeah, he had Klesko way out in front. And again, staying with the sinking fastballs on Justice, flips him a 3-2 curve. He misses, and
when they need them. Another 2-2 pitch. And a high pop-up, and I mean a mile high. But when it comes down, the Indians should be out of the inning. Thome has it in fair ground. The Braves leave the bases loaded. No score after a long first. In the postseason, very tame until now. 219, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. And the 2-1 pitch. Sounded like a broken bat, but it finds the hole for a leadoff single.
Well, Glavine got a changeup away, which is the way they're going to pitch to Bell. Changeups away, a few fastballs off the plate in.
Now Murray, who played only 18 games at first base for Cleveland, once a terrific fielder as well as hitter. And a drive on the first pitch that may leave the yard. Chasing it into the corner is Klesko, and it's gone. Forget about the glove work. He can still hit.
Well, he had been 0 for 11 from the right side in postseason play, but he can always hammer that high fastball. Glavine makes a mistake, and Eddie Murray makes him play.
Full count to Ramirez. He reaches for it and rolls it to Jones, who charges and throws him out. Well, Tom Glavine is 3-6 overall.
Changeups, and changeups, and the changeup is one of Glavine's best pitches. I think he will throw Thome some changeups and
put it on when he ran out to second base to argue. A bouncing ball toward Lemke. Easy play for him. He made only 5 errors all year long. And in the count 0-2. In the air, center field, Grissom. 3 straight outs after a single by Bell and Murray's 2-run homer. And the Indians have the lead.
Matter of fact, I went in to ask him, and he said, "Get out."
Well, no point beating around the bush.
Nah.
They get right to the point. Lopez on the first pitch bounces one fair. Thome behind the bag, and Murray stays on the bag at the other side of the diamond for the first out.
There's still a lot of old friends here, and people who saw me play and were upset.
Belliard lofts one down the right field line, and Ramirez on the run with a nice play in the bullpen area in foul ground. Ramirez is not known as an especially good outfielder, but a fine running catch there. He eyes and hit his first major league home run in August in this ballpark against the Reds. Verge of making very quick work of Atlanta in the second, and he does. That's his first strikeout. A perfect second inning. Still 2-0 Cleveland. The 2-2 pitch. Line drive caught by McGriff.
like pinch hitting, and that's the most difficult job to do. People who are accustomed to DHing, have a rhythm. They know how to prepare themselves.
Lofton grounded out his first time. A bullet, but Lemke has it.
And Joe, you saw it. I mean, I don't care who you are as a left-handed batter. That guy is intimidating.
Postseason loss ever. Now 7-1. Vizquel pops one in foul ground. Chipper Jones going back. It's a tough chance. He's into the bullpen to make the catch. All kinds of foul ground in this ballpark. You saw it with Ramirez earlier. Jones here. Indians out in order. Offensive center fielder in all of baseball. He's certainly on the short list. I wonder if you guys, a series would probably be on the all-time highlight reel. Did it get him? Yep, he's on his way to first. The fans booing, and in fact, as you mentioned, Martinez does pitch inside a lot. He hit 12 men this year, but it is obviously not his intention. Not going again. And a soft line drive into center. Here comes Luft, and it drops in front of him. Grissom wasn't sure. He stops at second. Tying runs aboard in the bottom of the third.
Change-ups and at least try to get the sinker down and away. Cover the ground on the right side.
Sneaking in behind, and they throw it away. Martinez trying to pick Grissom off. Instead allows him to advance to third. Lemke holds first. Huge trouble for Martinez. Behind on the count, 2-0. Jones swings and drives one to left. Albert Bell will make the catch. Grissom tags and scores. Lemke retreats to first. And it's 2-1. Was a big out for Martinez in the first. Got him on a comebacker with runners at second and third. This one deflects off Martinez's glove. Baerga throws on the run and got him. Had to come in and barehand it and score it 1-4-3. Division, LCS, and World Series games to date.
And you have bad ankles.
The 2-0 pitch is ripped to right. Ramirez a late break. It bounces in front of him. Lemke being waved home, and the game is tied. Like a high fastball, and at the crack of the bat, Joe, Ramirez froze.
That's exactly right. It was a high fastball, and he didn't get a good break on the ball. But if you take a look at the Atlanta Braves.
1-1 to Klesko, who figures to be the DH when we go to Cleveland, and then Bobby Cox will have to make a choice. Mike will be running on the 3-2 pitch. There he goes, and here it comes, and he struck him out. But the Braves tie the game, and we're back after this from your local station. Glavine is faced. He's now thrown only one first pitch strike, which is unlike him, Joe. The 2-0, a fastball hit high in the air to left. Back goes Klesko to the edge of the warning track, and he has it. Since they sawed Albert's bat in half, significance to that. Struck him out, which is the first K put in the scorebook tonight by Glavine.
For me, is that now he's going to more changeups, whereas he was throwing more fastball sinking.
He's something he likes. Come on back, Eddie.
Well, that was not a fastball. That was not a four-seam fastball. Looked like he turned us over a little bit and took a little bit off.
The 3-1 pitch. Now he strolls to first.
Same pitch.
So Glavine records his first strikeout and his first walk on consecutive hitters here in the fourth. Hits came in one game, 4 for 4 with 2 homers in game 2 against Seattle at the Kingdome. Apart from that one game, he has been a confused young hitter up there.
You know, and for the most part, Bob, and we watched him last night and here tonight, anything down and away, he's still trying to pull.
Hits this ball hard, though, and it drops in for a hit.
Actually, that was an example of what you're talking about there, Bob. That was a sinking pitch away, and he actually hit it. Look, it was a line drive, but he broke his back.
He's 0 for 1. His 8 postseason RBIs. The 1-2 pitch, called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 2 men stranded. Still a 2-2 game. Pub out of that, did you?
Nah, you know, I was one of those guys. I didn't worry about stuff.
Javi Lopez with a drive. And back goes Albert Bell to the 385 sign to Glavine. Could not go another half step. Playing in his 5th consecutive postseason. He was with the Pirates in '90. And now 4 straight postseason appearances as a member of the Braves. The breaking ball is a comebacker. Martinez takes care of him. And that brings us to tonight's Toyota Diamond Dust.
First ball tonight, and enjoying life now. And as he said,
counts full to Glavine, and he draws a 2-out walk. Martinez has nothing like the command he had in Game 6 at Seattle.
Bad ball game here tonight by any means, but he's been sharper.
1-0 to Grissom. Comes down sidearm. A chopper to short. Vizquel to Baerga covering. And they leave a man. And after 4, this game is still knotted at 2.
The ever-changing economics of baseball, you wonder how long an organization is going to be able to keep a team like this together. So from those two standpoints, there's a sense of urgency.
On the first pitch, Pena hits it hard, but Justice runs it down and right. Martinez makes contact. Justice again in right on 2 pitches, 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Can't believe how relaxed you are. Taking a lot of pressure off me.
The 1-2 pitch. Slapped to third, knocked down by Jones. He'll have to hurry. Hesitates. No, safe. When he double clutched on the throw, it was over, Joe. Has led the American League in swipes 4 straight years. He's going now. Vizquel takes it, and the throw is not nearly in time.
And that was not a good throw by Lopez. He did the hand.
The pitch was a ball, so now the 3-1 bounces in front of the plate. Lofton's going to go to third on ball 4. And Baerga will have an RBI chance. Runners at the corners with 2 out. Saw him homer to dead center in the pennant clincher off Randy Johnson, no less, in Seattle.
On this pitch.
Right field, Justice coming on, has it. Some strange actions out there, but he made the catch. Lemke as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Grounds 1-2 Baerga. And there's the first out. NBC's new Friday lineup is heating up. Up steps Chipper Jones. Hit the ball hard twice, double to right. Sacrifice fly to left. Let's see if Tomey can chase this one down. No. Griff on deck. He goes the opposite way, and it drops in front of Bell. He is a more mature hitter than his rookie status would lead you to believe at first glance, Joe. Had the homer last night.
Griff is one of those hitters that the more he sees of you, the more he adjusts to what you're trying to do.
Now sitting on a 3-0 pitch. Gives him the breaking ball, hits it hard to Baerga. There's 1 to Vizquel, and there's 2. Swinging away on 3-0, he grounds into the 4-6-3. Through 5, still tied at 2. 4-star restaurants, I'm calling room service. I'm hitting the books in the hotel. With 17. And a walk to lead off the 6th. In a World Series game. And look who's number 2 on that list for the Phillies against the Orioles in '83. 2-1 pitch hit in the air to center. Grissom comes in. There's the first out.
Another changeup that Murray hit off the end of the bat.
1 for 2 tonight. Runner-up last year to Kansas City's Bob Hamlin. A wild pitch. And he has consistently been behind Cleveland hitters. A call just received in the bullpen.
That was the bullpen coach, Ned Yost. And there is activity for Atlanta.
Struck him out.
And you just know after he throws you a good fastball, he's going to follow that with a changeup, but not a lot that you can do.
Shortstop Belliard takes it himself, beats Bell to the bag. They strand a man. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Glavine and Martinez still tied at 2. Just his 2nd run knocked home in this postseason.
I think what Justice was talking about is they have put a lot of pressure on themselves.
3-2 pitch. Breaking ball, hit hard the other way. Albert Bell can't get to it. And now the ball gets past him, and on his way to second is Justice. It could be scored a double. It could be scored a single and an error. If it's the latter, it's the 4th postseason error in left for Albert Bell. And Klesko steps in on the first pitch. A bouncer toward the right side. Baerga shovels it over to Murray just in time. And there was a little confusion, it looked like, Joe, as to who should have fielded that ball.
Well, Murray thought he was going to take it, and then he decided to go to the bag, and it was a long run for Baerga.
Mark Wiley, the Indians pitching coach, out again for another visit with Dennis Martinez. You're right, Joe. That ball took a funny little hop on Baerga and almost got away. I mean, he had a spirit at the last moment.
And that's why I like Javi Lopez in this situation. Hit.
Another 1-2 pitch. Sidearm again, in the air to deep center. This at least gets a run home, maybe more. Lofton will watch it leave. That ball just kept on carrying, and Lopez continues to be a clutch performer in the postseason, snapping the 2-all tie, and the Braves lead it 4-2. You knew when it left the bat that he had snapped the tie with at least a sacrifice fly, but that ball just kept on going. He's 0 for 2.
Things that he does on a regular basis.
Tries to bunt with 2 strikes, and he'll take a seat for the 2nd out. This 1995 World Series game for Tom Glavine. Now that he's got the lead, Cox is not going to let Glavine go any further. Now on 1-0, he lines one through the middle for a hit. Dwight Smith, a bargain free agent pickup for about $250 grand. Before the year began, he had 16 pinch hits and 18 pinch hit RBIs rounded out.
Well, one of the reasons they're leaving Martinez in there with 2 outs is they hope he can get out of the inning because he's the 2nd.
Here it is on 1-1 with the runner going, and it's hit through the hole. A hit and run single. Smith to 3rd, and Hargrove may no longer have the luxury of letting Martinez try to finish the inning. Wiley, and that means a change. He's going to the bullpen for the left-hander Embry to turn Lemke around, and we'll be right back. Alan Embry up and down 3 times between Cleveland and their AAA farm at Buffalo this year. Throws very hard, mid-90s. In the air to shallow center. Lofton's going to take it. Now we're going to get our first look at the Atlanta bullpen in this series as we come back after this from your local station.
Choice, McMichael, and I think he's bringing him in because of the success that they've had with.
Walked a few. He was behind on the count a lot. Chopper over the mound, charging is Lemke. He stumbles, he rights himself, and he gets the diving Pena at first.
Mark Lemke is one of the best fielding second basemen in the National League, and they
tried to right himself, and then when he got off the throw.
Wayne Kirby now batting for Embry. With 1 out and nobody on, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Kirby fans as a pinch hitter.
And guys who are, you know, the real hard throwers, I mean the power pitchers.
Base hit for Lofton.
Just to continue and finish it up, the guys who are the power pitchers and throw an excess of 90, and then you have guys like this
right.
who frustrate you and get you out time after time.
Everything up at once when you're trailing late in the ball game.
But you know, the way this series has gone so far, Joe, it looks like that might be the only option for the Indians.
There he goes. The pitch down and in. The throw. He has stolen another one. He always goes in head first in the Rickey Henderson fashion. Now Vizquel lines one to left, and stumbling is Devereaux. The ball gets past him. A run will score. Vizquel on his way to second, and he'll stop there. Well, when Devereaux came in, they had a superior glove in left field, much superior to Klesko. But just like that, a misplay by Devereaux gives the Indians a run.
Well, the toughest job in baseball is a defensive replacement.
His last 2 times up, as you see, he's had a good postseason. He is playing with a tender ankle. And there's a walk, and it also gets by Lopez on his way to third. Vizquel, big turn there. But he is not going to try to duplicate what Kenny Lofton did in Seattle.
Well, now with Albert Bell coming up, if it had been Lofton, he may have done it. That was a tough pitch for Lopez to handle. Got by him. It's a wild pitch. A walk. Baerga's aboard. Vizquel moves to third. And here it is one more time. Through the legs of Lopez. A breaking ball sometimes will bounce up and get you. Those kinds stay down and have a chance to stay between your legs. We'll be back.
He faced Albert Bell 1 time in the American League in 1995, and Bell homered.
Well, this is a better matchup for Bell. He's more conventional pitcher, doesn't feature the changeup.
Pop back, Lopez for a look, near the screen, has it. They score 1, they strand 2. Stretch time in Atlanta. 4-3 Braves. So Chipper Jones bats right-handed, and he'll be followed by 2. Jones has a double, a single, and a sacrifice fly. Another good night. 2-2 pitch to Jones. Rolled to short. It comes up for Vizquel, and he's got him at first. Then grounded into a 4-6-3 double play.
It means balls in the gap, doubles and triples, which has not happened tonight.
A pop-up on the infield, and Vizquel, who will win almost certainly his 3rd consecutive Gold Glove, makes the play. Have to take off a few lbs.
No, you're all right.
Get down
That's
to
a
that,
big horse.
get down to that 98 or 100 pounds for a jockey.
That's a huge horse.
National League in Game 3 Tuesday. This ball well hit to right, but Ramirez retreats and tucks it away. So Poole sets them down in order in the 7th. 2 more cracks at it for the Indians, down by 1.
Again, to keep that kind of a bat out of the lineup, Joe, a guy like Sorrento, who can hit and hit.
And you're working to his one-time Dodger teammate, Eddie Murray. Reaches for it, lifts it to center. Grissom has it lined up. 1 down in the 8th. Couple of extra grains of salt, but Cleveland hit 291 for the year. Atlanta hit 250. Cleveland hit 207 home runs with the
League fan and a Braves fan.
1-1 from Pena. Exceeds 90 on the gun. Broken bat looper center field. No one can get it. Billiard out and Grissom in, and it drops between them for a 1-out single. The 2nd hit of the night for Ramirez.
And both times he has broken his bat.
Tommy tonight is 0 for 3. A throw in to first base, and they got him. Ramirez with the mistake of a youngster in a World Series game, straying off first.
That was a planned pickoff play, though.
First, and he threw a strike.
And now Tommy draws a walk.
Wow, what a big play.
Yeah, but see, they wanted to pick Ramirez off. Once they picked Ramirez off, they were saying to themselves, I do not have to give in to Tommy anymore.
At 98.
I guess, Bob, what's the difference between 98 and 100?
Not
when it
not
gets up
much
that
to
high.
me.
When it gets up that high, it's almost impossible.
Tomey at first with 2 out. That one reaches 99, and Sorrento skies it to center with Grissom starting in, then circling back and tucking it away. No runs, a hit, a base running gaff, a man is left, and it's still 4-3. Tavares, the right-hander, comes out of the bullpen. After Sorrento hit for Pena, we've got a new catcher, and it's Alomar for defense in left. Promptly betrayed the Braves and allowed an unearned run with a 2-base error. 4-3 Braves as they bat in the bottom of the 8th. Lifted to the right side, Ramirez comes loping in for the catch. Ramirez, no doubt, out there in right field, replaying that pickoff.
Was a couple of odd plays in this ball game, and the Braves with a chance to make it 2 in a row.
Now the man of the hour, Lopez, is grazed by that pitch and trots down to first. He had homered to snap the 2-all tie his last time up in the 6th. A while ago, it was because he had made the last out in the bottom of the 7th. So the pitcher assumes that spot, number 5, and Polonia is in the 9th spot and on deck.
I'm surprised that they're not bunting with Belliard here and just to try to get one more run for Wohlers in the 9th inning.
A bouncing ball to short. Can they turn 2? There's one. Baerga gets rid of it, and they do. In the 9th, Alomar, Lofton, and Vizquel.
If you're leading off as a pinch hitter, and especially a guy that's not known for his power, you make them throw you a strike.
Struck him out to begin the 9th. .92 for the Blue Jays, the series deciding hit. Here's Lofton. A bouncing ball. Jones has it. Throws him out. If Jones, who was in close, had been unable to cut that ball off and it had to be Belliard charging from short, no way he gets Lofton.
No.
And that's through for a hit as Wohlers tried to barehand it. Out hard, once to left and once to right in this game. Vizquel is going on the 1-1 pitch, and there's no throw. A single could tie this game. Again, the 3-2. And this one is popped up. It's Chipper Jones, and it's 2-0 Atlanta. Yes, at Jacobs Field, he will oppose John Smoltz, who has been an excellent postseason pitcher throughout his Atlanta career. We're going to step aside here for just a moment. We'll be back to wrap things up from Atlanta in a moment.